UPK. Oh, and West. Babylon is falling to rise no more again. Babylon is falling. Freedom is here, my friend, not just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. But just the last statutes and commandments, we make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the mission. Daniel get a vision. Him see the black Christ, it wasn't a white depiction. No allegiance to Rome nor its regions. Come out them religion if you want be a free man. Cause the deacons them full of demons. Same situation with Rasta with Islam. Holy beacon of hope for your lean and I.S.U.P.K and the General YAHANNA. Every fowl of the ear, every beast of the field, every creeping thing we creep on land, every mouth of the clear, loud and clear. Yeah, our shy Mashiach is a black man who have ear, let him hear. Time to prepare, spiritually separate from Babylon. We no weak, we no fear, we no tear. Bun Saddam, my bun Matty man are just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments would make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the nation, send evils and curses on the whole city and the beasts and all churches. America fall, them deserve it. Rome get defeat, history repeat, another first days. Hey, 400 years to work with, then desert with, then turn round and call it worthless. But now the COVID lurking, them hurting, and they need doctors and nurses. Hey, one day a building have to turn after the long journey. No care much money you a earn if you still want Babylon burn. One day a building have to turn after the long journey. No care much money you a earn, hey, I just part of the mission. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments would make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the mission. Yo.
I got you. Let it vibe real quick. Look. City eyes, it's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls and you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times soon. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Vince taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Java, come on, man. Dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans to a mall quad. Telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantula. Them mother niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see prophets under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty to handle. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit Asian, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence,
Yeah, here now. Still not here.
Yeah, here.
All right. Tell me if you're here still. Hold on, I'm plugging back. Yeah, here. Yeah, here, see me. Yeah, here. Cut off. All right. Then probably the mic or the problem. All right. Oh, no, say. All right. Do not hear me now, do. Do not hear me? Give me a one if you not hear me. Not TikTok. I know what's a TikTok. All right. I talk about Facebook and YouTube. All right. Back one stream. All right. So that what me just play a while ago is Mentor. You know what I mean? No African drums. You understand? All right.
we're going to play a thing called Rocksteady. You understand? These are the stages that reggae music taking up. You understand? These are the stages. But because of your Rastafarian traitors, we're going to call them traitors. You understand? It's as if they want to give our creation over to some heathens. You understand? Listen to Rocksteady.
Boom boom festival, boom boom.
You know, so you can't hear that one thing.
Boom boom.
You hear that? Here, me and the song. I'm gonna hear the African drum. Alright. So we're gonna move up now. See? We're gonna move on to reggae. You understand? So now all of that was the stage that dance that reggae went through. Scare, Rocksteady, Mentor. See? Now listen to reggae. You understand? This is reggae now.
You come from the ghetto. I love you, baby. Just walk right in, baby. Let me tell you what you ought to know.
Understand?
I feel the first time that I placed my eyes on you.
Because these Rastafari
It was love at first sight. I feel the first time that I placed my
not African in this. This is all our creation. You understand? It is just brightness from the African them, bright and feisty. One to take. It's like picking on somebody, you know what I mean, where you see weak and dumb. Them see the facts say, yo, we are being robbed and spoiled over here. The oppressor allow everybody to just come rob and spoil we. The Chinese come over here and them make them living off of we. The Syrians, them, all these other nations come and make a living off of we. Them see say we up for grabs. You understand? Them see say the slaves them is still slaves. So what them a try to do is just take what we have. You understand? We create and we don't get no credit for nothing and we don't benefit off of nothing that we create. That has been our story over here. Is a black man create the light bulb, him don't get the credit. Black people create most of the things, most of the invention them over here. And all of the culture. But we don't get the credit. You understand? So the Africans them know, them see it and say, well, if everybody exploit them, we can exploit them too. I mean, we are becoming a great nation because now Africa is, you know what I mean, is modernizing and becoming one of the first world country them, you know what I mean, becoming rich. You understand? It is we that is always stagnant as a people. Even though you see Jamaica get roads, look on the condition of the Jamaican people, them, the descendants of the slave them in Jamaica. Our condition never changed yet. 1 and 2 of us make it out of the ghetto. But for the most part, 99% of we in the garrison. Our condition never changed because over here so we weren't meant to become anything. You understand? There was no, where I call it now. There was no plan to make sure, say, yo, we come up from out of the stage that we were in. There was none. You understand? All right. So we will read another article now, see? We will read another article. And this article basically will tell you where reggae come from. Remember to tap up the screen, like the video on Facebook, on YouTube. You understand? One second. All right. All right. So this is music bkm.weebly.com. See, and it says reggae is a music genre first developed in Jamaica. You know what I mean? And the term first developed, you know what I mean, is a sense of them trying to steal it. We know that it was created in Jamaica, but anyway, in the late 1960s, while sometimes used in a broad sense to refer to most type of popular Jamaican dance music, the term reggae more properly donates, you know what I mean, a particular music style that evolved out of the earlier genre, ska and rocksteady. You understand? Ska and rocksteady. That is where reggae come from. Reggae did not come from no African drum. There was no African, you know what I mean, Mutumbu or, you know what I mean, any one of those, you know what I mean, those alien-looking Africans who come over here and teach we reggae. None of them. Reggae come through stages. You understand? So, rocksteady and ska. Zine? All right. So now, we're going to play African drums. You know why I hear some African drums? We're going to play some African drums. See? Remember to tap up the screen, remember to like the video. You know what I mean? If you know over YouTube, subscribe to the channel, leave your questions in the comments. You understand? Yeah, man. And share all around too. So here are some African drums. That is African drum. No tempo, no real tempo. You understand? No real, you know what I mean, farm. Of course, you know, it's a dancehall and reggae have structure. African drum is just beating and that thing, and you know what I mean? That's all it is. See? We're going to hear some more African drums. Some different African drums. See? No structure, just beating and beating, and you know what I mean? That's all African drum is. All right. But Africa is not the only people with drums. And that we need to know. You understand? Africa is not the only society or group of people that create drums. Every society have their own drums. You understand? To say that because we created drums, it come from Africa is madness. In the ancient world, people used to create drums, and they used to create drums from the same, you know what I mean, materials. You understand? The same material. The same cow skin on the top, because it's common sense that when you put the cow skin over the thing, you know what I mean, it hears sound. You understand? The Africans, you know, more likely was not the creators of this. You understand? Because civilization did not start in Africa. Civilization started in Mesopotamia, which is the Middle East, which is where we come from. You understand? So here are some different type of drums. I'm going to hear some, you know what I mean? Here is some Indian drums. You understand? 1 second. Indian drum, wait. So that, I'll bring it up. 1 sec. And when we say Indian drum, we don't mean thing there. We mean East Indian drum. 1 sec. This is East Indian drum. It sound like African drum to me. This sound like African drum. No farm. Beating drum for the sake of beating drum. No rhythmic kind of feel. Understand those beating drums. It is East Indian drum. All right. Maybe we could hear some native Indian drum. You understand? Which native Indians are our brothers. You understand? Why am I going to hear some native Indian drums? 1 second. Why am I going to hear some native Indian drums now? Zin? Zin? You know what I mean? Civilization got drums. So why the Rastafarian community, why you feel like say drum is only, you know what I mean? Africa is the only place that have drums. Everybody have drums. Everybody use drum in a lot of music. You know what I mean? They create it. The fact of the matter is, when we use drums, when we created music, they still above everybody else. You understand? Because we are the children of Israel. We are not no filthy Africans. You understand? Whatever we do, you can imagine like 500,000 slaves come over here, about 5 to 300,000 slaves come over here, and they were able to do what you know what I mean? Millions of Africans could not do. I mean, just Israelites in Jamaica alone, greater than the entire continent of Africa. There's no comparison. Why would your Rastafari community want to give your hard work to Africans when your children depend on it for a living in some cases? Because we know that the system don't provide nothing tangible for our people. Because school, you know what I mean, for the most part, you can't get the job that pay you according to the degree or what. The system is not a safety net for our people, so hence our people have to use their creativity. Why your Rastafarian leaders want to give away your creativity? That's why we call them Rastafarian traitors. You understand? That is what them really is, traitor, the children of Israel here in Jamaica. You understand? Alright, so that is native Indian drum. See, everybody had drums, not just the Africans. You understand? Alright. So we are going to show you that we are different from the Africans. Hold on, 1 second. We're not done yet. Alright, we're going to play Afrobeat. See, and we're going to show you that Afrobeat is really a copy from dancehall. You understand? It is not that Afrobeat and dancehall come from one specific, you know what I mean, root over there in Africa. It is that the Africans, you know what I mean, having no creativity in themselves, steal from the descendants of the slave that they sold into slavery. We're going to play some Afrobeat, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. 1 second. See? All right. Slovakia. Alright. You know what the shake-up thing about Afrobeat? The shake-up thing about Afrobeat is me not hearing an African drum in it. Me not hearing an African drum in an Afrobeat neither. You understand? Alright. So you might say, well, alright, may I do too much now. See? I'm going to play some more Afrobeat and prove it to you. See? Alright, Shalom, sis. Shalom. Come on, UPK. You know what I mean? Now we'll play some more Afrobeat and show you. You know what I mean? That Afrobeat don't have no African drums in it neither. So not only does reggae don't have no African drum in it, Afrobeat don't even have them own drums in them own beat. I'll show you. See? dance, the trap dance. You can hear squash, handicraft, then all of the young artists on this. It's Afrobeat. Here is the African drum Afrobeat. It's new. You understand? You might say, then why me come out so hard, regime? If you come out hard against people who are rapping people. You understand? You have to come out hard against people who are all long now our people are suffer and have been creating and never get the credit for their own creation. And over here, living a garrison, murdering each other. What do you think contribute to that? The fact that we create and we don't benefit as a people, everybody come over here and spoil our people, take from us. You understand? And all we inherit is poverty as a people. And we implode. You understand? We implode as a people. See? So we start kill off each other. You understand? That brother here wants some recognition, you know. Me see you, you know, brother. Tropical zone, me see you, man. You know what I mean? Me see you, but you know what I mean? We not gonna comment on you because we see, boy, you not really stand for nothing. You understand? You're a TikToker. Zane, pick up yourself. Zane, yeah, man. So we have been spoiled over here, so you understand? So we have to defend what is ours. If Commanding General YAHANNA was the leader of the people over here in Jamaica, the descendants of the slaves, you know what I mean? You know what? You know what happened? They would have to pay us royalties to use our reggae and our dancer. That is what leaders do. They would have to pay us royalty. Whenever a white man, you know what I mean, do our genre of music, they would have to pay royalty because we would have patented our creation because we know that we are the salt of the earth. We know that everything that we create is valuable. You understand? To our people. See? So every nation will use anything that we create would have to pay us, and we would have been rich instead of poor, instead of the other way around. See? Instead of them being rich, using our creation and our hard work. You understand? The people over here in Jamaica, the descendants of the slave, the tribe of Benjamin, would not have to be murdering each other. You understand? And our prime minister, like my brother Abadawan brought out, you know what I mean, in Sunday class, says that poverty is not an excuse to pick up a gun. So he's acknowledging that, you know what I mean, poverty is a factor or plays a part in crime and violence. So why not just why not just get rid of the poverty? You understand? Since you acknowledge that it might be a factor in someone picking up the gun, why don't just get rid of the poverty? It is because nobody care about your sufferation, but they want to tell you, said, don't pick up a gun even though you're suffering. Remember, it was the JLP government and the PMP government that divided us in the 70s, you know, and gave us gun, you know. So now you see this come to fruition now and start blossom into what you're looking at right now, this high murder rate, us killing each other. You understand? You can't expect no better if you train up a child, you know what I mean, to be a murderer from the beginning. You understand? Where you expect him to become when he's old. That is our history here in Jamaica. Them train us, you know what I mean, to murder each other when we have differences. You understand? And as a result, when we come, when we reach 2022 now, that is what we do. You understand? This is a culture that we inherit from our political leaders. You understand? That is it. So when we talk about these things, we know, say, yo, simple thing like somebody claiming our dancehall and reggae music, you know what I mean, can be detrimental to our people. You understand? All right. So we play some Afrobeat. See? We play some Afrobeat and we're going to show you that we are not Africans. You understand? All right. First thing we're going to do, we're going to read out of this book. You know what I mean? We have many sources, but we're going to read just, you know what I mean, one paragraph, just to make it clear, then we'll move on with the topic. You understand? This book is called From Babylon to Timbuktu. Timbuktu is one of the places that we You know what I mean? We settled. You understand? In Africa, you understand? The children of Israel settled in Africa. Of course, there's many places where we settled on the west coast of Africa. You understand? But this I will show you how we ended up in Africa. You understand? This is not a fictional book. This is an archaeological, you know what I mean, an historical book. History book. You understand? Let me show you what I go on. This is the book, From Babylon to Timbuktu, page 84. See? We are the second paragraph. And this is what it said. In the year 65 BC. So BC means before Christ. You understand? They want to say before the common era now because they might try to take YAHANNA out of the picture now. See? Yeah, man. The Bible is no longer convenient for them now that we realize that, yo, black people write the book. So now they want to get, you know what I mean, Christ out of the picture and push away the Bible. But anyway, see, BC, so 65 BC, see, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. You understand? So our homeland was captured in 65 BC. See, this was during the time of YAHANNA, who the world called Jesus Christ. We know that if you read the Bible, it tells you that the Romans killed Christ. Roman soldiers, we were under Roman occupation. The same people who ruled over us during slavery and today is the same people who rule over Jerusalem, our home, during the time of Christ. So they captured Jerusalem in a 65 BC. Saying this is history that the Rastafari community ignore because it don't lead back to Selassie. See? Let me continue reading. In 70 AD now, so this is after the death of Christ, 70 years after Christ. You understand? General Vespasian, so they had control over us for about, you know what I mean, up until this point, about 100 and odd years. You understand? Let me continue reading. General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state. Right, so the Jewish state, them say Jewish, but it's really Jew or Judea. You understand? Let me continue reading. See? With great slaughter, so them kill off of 4 parents. You understand? During the period of the military governor of Palestine, so they are talking about the land over there in Palestine. You understand? But for the most part, the majority of the Middle East really belong to us. You understand? That small plot of land over there is just a small part of our true land. See? Let me continue reading. Many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. It said the residue of the people because majority of us, you know what I mean? We had 10 tribes of us who was already over here in the Americas. The Tainos and the Arawak Indian. You understand? Let me continue reading. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. You understand? This is how we ended up in Africa. When the Romans compassed about our homeland, we fled into Africa. You understand? Over 1 million of us at that time, not to mention the amount who fled before that and who was already doing business in Africa and afterwards, and who fled in different parts of the earth, which many of us ended up in other European countries, different from Rome and, you know what I mean, Spain and Portugal, and even England. During the Dark Ages, we dominated Europe. Many Jamaicans know that many of us here in Jamaica really came from Scotland. And really Scotland, not where we come from, and not directly from out of Africa. But we are the same people, the same Jews, them, the same black Hebrew Israelites. You understand? Let me continue reading. Fleeing from Roman persecution, let me read that again. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. So we were fleeing from slavery. So we fled into Africa amongst the Hamites. These are the Africans, the native Africans. You understand? fleeing from the Romans who were white people. See? Let me continue reading. I'm going to tie this into something I'm going to read shortly. See? The slave market was full of black. Listen, I read that again. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves, or black Jews, the Israelites. You understand? The Israelites black like the African them, but we are not the African them. And the Africans knew this. We at the time were intruders. We were like invaders, like refugees. You understand? Same like how America want our Mexican brothers out of America because they call them illegal immigrants. It's the same way the Africans wanted us out of their land. You understand? And the Romans were persecuting us. Hence the reason why we fled into Africa, because the Romans were not persecuting the Africans them. So we fled into Africa to live amongst Africans, but them never welcome us, so we had to be fighting for life while in Africa. And we rested on the west coast of Africa. Nigeria, Ghana. You have lands in Africa called even Judah. We name land in Africa called even Judah because we are the children of Israel. You understand? There are lands in Africa named after us to this day, but it no name after no Africans because we were once in Africa. See? All right, we're going to jump to an article. See? We're going to jump to an article, and the article is serious, A very serious article, this in a road boy. See? Firstly, though, what I'm going to jump to a Wikipedia article. Just quick and fast. You know what I mean? Quick and fast. All right. So, local slave trade. Many nations, such as the Bono State, Ashanti, are present in Ghana. Where Stone Boy come from? Ghana. Stone Boy come from Ghana. See? And the Yoruba of present day Nigeria were involved in slave trading. You understand? So for all of those Rasta traitors who are defending Stone Boy people sold your people in slavery. Zane, I want to know that, because everything will look black to I guess the East Indian them over India because them look dark. They want all of them are black people too. So anything will look dark are those fool people. Let me tell you something, man. We don't need to get out of the colorism mindset, Virgin. We don't teach colorism. We only defend the children of Israel. A bloodline business we deal with because you have light-skinned Israelites and you have dark-skinned Israelites. We don't need to come out of the colorism. I guess then Uno Rasta no like black and brown people then, brown Israelites. Because everything black and African, eh? We don't need to come out of that. You know what I mean? That's a simple way to think. That simple is a bloodline thing. Where your foreparents come from, your forefathers. You are the seed of your fathers. You understand? So, let me read that again. Many nations such as the Bantu state, Ashanti, because even Bobo will want to say that, you know what I mean? We are Bobo Shanti, trying to take from the Ashanti tribe. The Ashanti tribe sold us into slavery. That's why when we say, yo, the Rastafari community sell, fast food information, them don't do real research. They're like, them think like children. If it look black, it must be us. You understand? So, you know what I mean? Because them black like we are going to join ourselves to them. Meanwhile, these people hate your guts, they don't like your brother. They hate you like poison. Them tell them daughters and them sons to not marry you. When we should have tell our daughters and sons that don't deal with them none at all. Because we are royal bloodline. We are the salt of the earth. We are the children of Israel. But instead, these filthy Edens, You know what I mean? I feel tell them children to stay far from Uno. You understand? When it should be the other way around. So it said, the Bantu, so like the Bono State, Ashanti, of present day Ghana, where Stone Boy come from. Stone Boy grandparents and great-great-great-great-grandparents. And the Yoruba, you know what I mean, which we hear enough Rastafarian leader mention the Yoruba tribe, and them look brag about the Yoruba tribe. Yeah, man, the Yoruba. Brother, them people, you sell your people in a slavery. See, of present day Nigeria were involved in the slave trading. You understand? Groups such as Imbangala of Angola and the Nyam Wizi of Tanzania would serve as intermediary or roving bands, waging war on African states to capture people for export as slaves. All right, so it's the African states, but this was really the states that we own as the children of Israel, where we settled. They would not be selling them own men and women. Which nation would have sell them own people in a slavery? Yeah, weak nation when war come. Remember, you know, the strongest slave them send over here for work, you know. Your strongest slave, your strongest member of your nation would be your soldiers. Why would you sell your soldiers into slavery? That no make no sense. Are you saying that the Africans were stupid? They weren't stupid. The fact of the matter is they were just selling another people, which to the Europeans who were the same Romans who destroyed Jerusalem, who we were fleeing from. The same Romans. Rome eventually break up into Germany, Spain, England, you know what I mean? All of these other European countries. But it was their motherland, Rome, who destroyed our homeland, which is Jerusalem. You understand? It is the same descendants of those people who had us in slavery. These were the people who the Africans sold us to. You understand? Yeah, man, we are going to the facts. We are showing what really going on. With the Rastafari community, we would rather, you know what I mean, friend up, heathens, you know what I mean, teaching you. And let me show you something. These religions are so destructive to the children of Israel. Let me show you why. It is the Rastafari community why every youth will left school and can't find a work upon the corner and smoke weed, you know. The Rastafari community turned our youth them in a junkie, in a weed junkies. It is the Rastafari community that made our young men and young women feel like, yo, it's just a natural thing for smoke weed. When we know, when you know that you would want your children smoking weed, you don't want your children smoking weed, you know. But yet still weed is a good thing. Blame the Rastafari community. The Rastafari community got the whole nation of Israel here in Jamaica, hooked on weed. That's all them good for. You know what I mean? And teach our people that, you know what I mean? You don't have to groom yourself. You don't have to groom yourself. You can just make your ear grow. You know what I mean? We used to wear them dreaded locks there with the Rastafarian community wear when we were in slavery. Because we never have nothing for groom ourselves because we were living like mad people. They did not give us grooming material and grooming tools. So that is where that, you know what I mean, that thing come from. And then now they make it a religious thing based off of Shiva worship. The dreadlocks will come from Shiva. And then now them say, oh yeah man, yeah, I make it religious. But the only reason why we in slavery used to wear dreaded locks because that is the real name of it, you know. Not real locks, you know. Real locks is cane roll, you know. Real locks are braids like Samson. Braided locks. Groom and neat. These dreaded locks that the Rastafari community wear. See, they call them dreaded locks because they were hard to look upon, because they were so vile to look at. See, them come because we did not have the tools to groom ourselves. You understand, during slavery. So this is what the Rastafari community contributed. You understand? To our people. And the love of Africa. Now the Africans, they basically, you know what I mean, steal from you after them selling a slavery. All right, we'll jump to this article. And we'll show you how society know. See, that Africans sold you into slavery. You understand? We call them Africans on purpose for those who might wonder why we call them Africans and not we self-Africans. We are not native Africans. You understand? We did not, you know what I mean, originate from Africa. We are not the you know what I mean, the original people of that land. We came from the north side of, you know what I mean, the Middle East, which is the north of Africa. You understand? All right, so this is who know about the show now, that is out now, which is a breakout from the movie Black Panther, called The Woman King, with a bunch of lesbian women from Africa. You know what I mean? Well, you see this show represents a real tribe in Africa. And this tribe is infamous for selling your people into slavery. Infamous. You understand? This is only a secret to the slaves here in Jamaica. You understand? And the slaves in North America, North Central and South America, because you are slaves, your education where you get from the white man, you don't get your true history. You understand? It said, this is the insider.com. It said, the Woman King tells the story of Agoji, but in real life, the fierce women warriors played a controversial role in the transatlantic slave trade. See, I want to listen, you know? I want to listen carefully. See, The Woman King, a new film that starred Viola Davis and is directed by Gina Prince by Brotherhood, is a chronicle of Black female power. It tells the story of Agoji, fierce women warrior in Africa. You know the Rastafari community love to talk about them Nubian goddess, them and them African queen. The Black woman here in Jamaica is never them African queen. It's always over Africa, them look for your African queen. Like, you know what I mean? And boy, I tell you, our people never get, you know what I mean, a break. See, everybody else is loved, even by our own people, except our own people. Our own, we don't show our people no love. Before we show our women love, we show the Africans them woman love. Instead of showing the woman them what we have here in Jamaica who suffer slavery with us, the love would I rather give the Nubian woman, you know what I mean, love. But anyway, seeing, these are the Nubian queens that they talk about, these Africans, you know what I mean. Of course, you know what I mean, we just play it off, you know, these were Nubians, but you know what I mean, these were a different tribe, but these are what Rasta love. See, fierce women warriors in the African kingdom of Dahomey in the 1800s as they battled enemies that threatened their way of life. Listen, but since it released last week, some fans have criticized the movie for minimizing the kingdom's role in the transatlantic slave trade, calling a boycott over what they allege are historical inaccuracies. The true history of the Agoji role into army's involvement in slave trade is complex, while the Dahomey Amazon were symbols of strength and power. Inspiring other films like Black Panther, they were also complicit in the capture. I want to listen, you know. They were complicit in the capture, creation, and sale of other African people. And of course, them say other African people, but they were selling you, the Israelites. See? They were selling the Hebrews. You understand? And they make a movie about it. See? This is where the Rastafarian community don't want to talk about, you know. You understand? On the other hand, these women were some of the strongest warriors, best able to defend African society. Yeah, man, defend them own African society, but when it comes to the children of Israel, they sold us into slavery. You understand? Slovakia. All right. One of the largest exporters of enslaved Africans. Again, them say enslaved Africans, but we know these were not Africans. These were the children of Israel. And you understand? So it said, Tuomi first rose to power as a centralized and militarized kingdom in West Africa in the 17th century. It wasn't until the 18th century, during the peak of the Atlantic slave trade, that the kingdom expanded its might. Then, in 1727, Tuomi conquered the coast kingdom of Wada, taking control of the port city, Wada. See, this would become its main base for trade with European powers. So these filthy Africans, like we always bring out, team up with the Europeans to sell our people into slavery. You understand? Like we commanding General YAHANNA has always been telling you. I have a video right now, pin. You understand? To this page right now. It is the first video pin where a Nigerian came and stood on his knees in front of commanding General YAHANNA and apologized for his foreparents selling us into slavery. It is pinned. The full video is pinned. You understand? This might come as a shock to many of our people, you know. And many of our people will not accept it. Many of our people will not accept the fact that we are not Africans, and we understand. But you see, for the few that can get it, that is not brainwashed by Rastafariism, we know who can get it. You know what I mean? We know who can understand it. See, I don't know we really have reach out to, you know, because right now, I'm tell you something, our people stubborn and stuck in them ways, just like many of these Rastafarians, you know. Many Rastafarians come out and say that we are the Hebrew Israelites and still don't let go Rastafariism. How can you be a Hebrew Israelite and still be a Rastafarian? That don't make no sense. You understand? It is the same way that some of our people stuck in them ways, and we understand. See, we are a stiff-necked people, like what the Bible said, and guess what? We're upon crucial time right now, and you know what I mean? We are trying to save as much of our people as we can. You understand? We might can't save everybody, you know, we pray the most time, save everybody, you know. That everybody go far. See, I understand that. So what I say, we get it. All right. This would become its main base for trade with European powers and mark the start of its active participation in slave trade. And this wasn't the only tribe that did this. Even the very Ethiopians were slave traders. Even the very Ethiopians were slave traders. Haile Selassie stopped the slave trade in Ethiopia, and that is not too long ago. How long ago was that? Which means Ethiopia was selling slaves up until, you know what I mean, up until the 20th century. The Rastafari community don't want to talk about that. You know what them do? Tell you what them do. Them say, see, Selassie end the slave trade. Yeah, but who were they selling? Who were they selling? They were selling you. And you want to worship a filthy Eden called Selassie. Virgin, yo, show you something. You see them religion here? Them religion here is the reason why your people, you know what I mean, can't come out of the state with them, you know. These religions are the reason why you always have to say, boy, something wrong with black people and Hispanic people and Native American people because of the religions we learn over YAHANNA. You understand? That is why the job that we do in the I.S.U.P.K and the command in general, YAHANNA, so crucial because we bring you back to your true nationality, which is the children of Israel. You understand? All right. So what we are going to do right now, we're going to jump to some scriptures. See? Remember to tap up the screen. You understand? And Facebook and YouTube, just like the video, share it around. You understand? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Nobody said, so Caleb Aduro, you know what I mean, said Stone Boy isn't Ashanti. Nobody said he was Ashanti. You understand? Nobody said he was Ashanti. See? All right. We just said Ghanaians them. You understand? The Ashantis are Ghanaians, but we don't care which tribe him come from. They are the part to play in our slavery. You understand? All right. So this is the book of 1 Chronicles 16 and 4. We are read from 4 to 8. And to show you that even in the scriptures, you are musical people. You know what I mean? How much psalms David have? David have so many psalms which are songs. You know what I mean? And majority, and to show you something. That's why we not the trap artists them. We just say, oh boy, fix up on the lyrics. Stop telling, you know what I mean, our people that, you know what I mean, taking Mali is a good thing. You understand? Stop justifying Mali. You know what I mean? Stop justifying murder. But it is nothing to, you know what I mean, to sing about your victories in war. Because we are warriors, you know. We are not the Christian church, you know. We are not the weed heads in the Rastafari community, you know. We are warriors in the region. See? That is what our people are. So, and David did the same thing. David sing about his battles and how much people he had to fight. You understand? So we don't not our artists them will sing about, you know what I mean, defending themselves. But as I say, you know what I mean, yeah, certain things where you get from the white man and the white man way of life, just you know have to put that in the music. Even though we know that the music don't contribute to crime. We know that the music don't contribute to crime. Because uptown people listen to the same trap dancehall and them don't murder each other. You understand? Cherry Garden, every children of every, what I call it, you know what I mean, every politician, every bank manager, all of them children listen to the very music that the people in the garrison listen to. But them now kill each other. Why them don't kill each other? Because them now fight for survive. You understand? All right, so this is Chronicle. I'll show you how David do film thing. See, Book of Chronicles 16 and 4 to 8. And it said, and he appointed certain of the Levites to minister before the ark of the Lord, and to record and to thank and praise the Lord God of Israel, or the Most High Power Yahweh. See, Asaph the chief, and next to him, Zechariah, Joel, Shemaramoth, Jehiel, and Mephifiah, and Eliab, and Benaiah, and Obed-Edom, and Jeel, with psalteries. What are psalteries? Psalteries are like guitars. See? So David, him make sure say, yo, there are priests at the temple, well, not the temple at the time, but there was people there to play music. Every morning, play music. You understand? To make sure, say, you know what I mean? Round the Ark of the Covenant where the people them come to give them offering and so forth was full of vibes and nice. And you know what I mean? That is what David did. David himself was a musician. You understand? But he wasn't any, you know what I mean, weed smoking Rasta. You understand? Let me continue reading. Let me put it on the screen. 1 second. So, okay. Let's put this on the screen. See? Okay. Right. Right. See? And you heal with the psalteries. Psalteries are like guitars. And with harps. See? But Asaph made a sound with cymbals. Today we still use cymbals today. Cymbal have to be in every drum set. You know what I mean? Every bands where go a sun fest have a cymbal in it today. Where that come from? Come from the children of Israel. Come from we. You understand? Enough things in the Bible we want to know, you know, because the Christian church, you know what I mean? The Christian church do them best to make sure say we don't lose, you know what I mean, faith in the Bible. The Christian church misrepresent the Bible so much that now our people hate it. When the Bible have nothing to do with Christianity. Symbols came from us. That thing where you see, you know what I mean? The reggae artists, them and every bandsman have a cymbal. When he beat the drum, that is a cymbal. You know what I mean? Many call it the open ayat. You know what I mean? Drummer. Every drummer know about a cymbal. See? So David appointed people who play guitar-like instruments, cymbals, and you know what I mean, and harps to play music around the Ark of the Covenant, where the priests, you know what I mean, would be ministering to the people. See? Verse 6, Benaiah also and Jehaziel, the priests with trumpets. You know what I mean? Once upon a time, every reggae rhythm used to have a trumpet in it. You understand? Where trumpets come from? The children of Israel. That is the reason why, you know, these things to build music instruments in our blood, rude boy. In our blood. So when a man come tell you about, oh, you know what I mean, reggae have African drum in it, virgin. All right, so Africa have drum. All right, say for example, African drum in a reggae. Come like a drum alone, Africa have, because we had to create so much great genres while we were in captivity. And what the African them do with it, with the drums that they had, that they claim we stole from them. Nothing. Could do nothing with those drums. Nobody wanted to hear those, you know what I mean, annoying drums. You understand? But everybody want to hear reggae music though. See? All right. So trumpets, Slakia, let me read that again. Benaiah also and Jehaziel, the priest, with trumpets continually before the ark of the covenant of God, of Yahweh, the Most High power. See? Yeah, man. If you're not mind sharp, them did play reggae music back them time and dance all. You understand? We would put it past them because guess what? We're the same people. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 8. Give thanks unto the Lord, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the people. You understand? And we know that David created a lot of psalms that he wrote. You know what I mean? Solomon too as well, you know what I mean, wrote a lot of songs. Right, right. Dean Fraser, saxophone, Chico Chin, trumpet. Slakia, Chico Chin, I don't know the name this still, but I know Dean Fraser. See? Yeah, man. All right. We jump to the book of Matthew chapter 5. We read 12 to 14, and it says, rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is the reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Verse 13, ye are the salt of the earth. And what does it mean by us being the salt of the earth? Anybody can answer that question? What does it mean when it says we are the salt of the earth? We know the Africans are not salt of the earth, but why? Why aren't the Africans salt of the earth? Why does the Bible refer to the children of Israel as the salt of the earth? Anybody have that answer? All right, for time's sake, the salt is what gives the food flavor. You know what I mean? Have you ever eaten food without salt on it? Tastes awful. See? I mean, you have people who can't eat salt because of blood pressure problem. Fine, understand. But the salt make the food taste better. It gives the food flavor. We are the salt of the earth because, you know what I mean, we give the world flavor. We make the world nice. If I never for we, this world would be a boring place. You would be listening to Chinese music and African drum. And white people, whatever they do. I don't know what white people do. What do white people create? See? No, it means that we give the world, right? We are the righteous. The children of Israel are the righteous. But it also goes further. It means we give the world flavor. If it wasn't for us, this world would be a boring place. You understand? That's why we create the music here in Jamaica and the world love it. So what the rest of the world did I do? Can't they create music as well? It don't seem so. At least them create music, but nobody wants to hear that. You understand? The Africans had drums so much years while we were in slavery. Why did nobody want to hear African drums until they claim that we put it in our beat? Well, I guess you must be using your drums the wrong way then. You understand? Read this. I'll show you something. Then, if we were over there, then, and them claims that we bring drum over here, so we must have been playing drums over there and making drums over there. No, maybe it is not we who stole African drums, you know. Maybe when the African them raided us and sell us to the white man, they stole our drums. Maybe that is it. I am not saying that is the fact, but that is a perspective you can look on it too. Because what have they been doing with the drums for thousands of years? Eh? What did I do with them drums? While we were over here, all right, 400 years. While we were over here for 400 years, then in captivity, what were they doing with their own drums? Maybe them have some drums that did not belong to them. And all they could do was just make some nonsense with the drums. But once we get our hands on drums, any drums, whether it be kick drum, snare drum, you know what I mean, cymbal, we know what to do with drums. We know how to make music because from in a David time, we used to do that. Simple thing, brethren. When we are going to school, we beat the decks. It just come naturally, our thing. Africans, them, why, we don't want to hear nothing from them, brethren. They don't create nothing of value. You understand? We are not the same people, brother. All right, let me continue reading. So it says, ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? All right, and that is very important, because if we lose with savor, right, which means if we turn to worshiping these heathen gods and break the Most High laws, you know what I mean, worship Rastafariism and Christianity, we don't have no flavor then, man. We don't have no flavor. We real flavor will come, brethren, when we come back to these last statutes and commandments. They don't know what we are capable of yet. In our captivity, we created such great creations. What we are going to do when we come back to the last statutes and commandments of the Most High, with true culture as the children of Israel. See? Trust me, we are going to be a cut above the rest, brethren. We are already a cut above the rest, you know. But you see, when we really come back to keeping these laws as a people, trust me, these other nations will have to bow down and kiss our feet. We will be the ruling class on this earth. You understand? We will hold our rightful position on the face of this earth. You understand? Yeah, man. Let me continue reading. It is therefore good for nothing. So, you know what I mean? Your reggae music come like it good for nothing if you worship Rastafariism and Selassie. And you play music in a Christianity to seduce woman into giving their money to the pastor. Come like your salt good for nothing, your talent good for nothing. And you don't have no righteousness with it. Let me continue reading. But to be cast out and to be trodden underfoot of men, and that is what is happening. See, our reggae music is being trodden underfoot by men, by heathens, claiming it to be theirs. You understand? No, we have to be telling them that, no, it belongs to us. Well, we never have no righteousness. Where was our righteousness? So, you know what I mean? Being unrighteous causes us to end up in slavery. So being unrighteous is going to cause us to lose everything that we created as well. You understand? Because we don't serve the Most High, who gave us all this talent. You understand? Who made us different from the heathens. You understand? Which made us different from the Egyptians. You understand? And we're going to read that right now. See? Let me read 14 first. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. And that is the reason why, you know what I mean, we here in Jamaica, our brothers and sisters over there in North America, our Mexican brothers, you know what I mean, our Brazilian brothers, you understand, all of the tribes of the children of Israel, we stand out as a people. See? Because a city, you know what I mean, that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Can't hide we. No care how them stamp we under them foot and keep us in poverty. We're going to sing about the poverty. And it's going to be a hit record. Them can't hide we. You understand? But the Africans, them, you know what I mean? Certainly they are hidden. Because guess what, go on? Nobody cares about nothing that they create. So now them steal from us. You understand? But the Most High make a difference between us and the Africans. I'm going to show you. Not because we have the same skin. You know what I mean? Because some people would want to think that we are all one. We are not all one with the Africans. There's a difference between the Hebrew Israelites and the Africans. Exodus 11 and 7, and it said, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue. You understand? Against man or beast. You understand? That he may know how that the Lord does put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Who are the Egyptians? The Egyptians are the Africans. You understand? Africa, Egypt is in Africa. You know what I mean? We fled into Egypt, and what did the Egyptians do? Had us in slavery. These same Africans, they are known for slaving people. You understand? So it is no surprise that they captured us and sell us to the white man. That is the relationship that we have with these Africans. Them trying to exploit us, and now they are exploiting our, you know what I mean, our music. You understand? Moses was in Africa, in Egypt, raised in Pharaoh's house. If Moses was a white man, that would be a big giveaway if Moses was a white man. How can you be a white man raised as Pharaoh's grandson? That would be a big giveaway. That's why we are showing you that the children of Israel are black. And we are the children of Israel. And history supports it. It is just that the oppressor did not see it convenient to himself to let you know that history. That history is inconvenient to the oppressor. Why would your slave master tell you that you are the children of God? Then the first question you have to ask is, I saw you brave for enslave God people. And then you have to look inwards and you have to say, but wait, we are royalty. We not fit in a slavery. And you have to look at your brother and say, wait, we can't kill that brother here. Him a God pick me. And you have to look at your sister and say, we can't owe out this sister. She a God daughter. That is the reason why no one told you that you are the children of Israel. That is the reason why everybody say you are Africans, because Africans walk up and down naked with no pride. Africans are like beasts. So if you think you are a beast, you guess what you're going to do? You're not going to love Africa, you know. It is the Rastafari community will love Africa, you know. For the most part, you know. Some of our people love Africa still. But you're going to look at Africa and you're going to say, one part of that may I come from? All right, now try to be like the white man. You're going to say, yo, my history look disgusting, and you're going to look at yourself as disgusting. Because you mean to tell me I am those people? All right, it look like I'm a nobody. All right, I guess this brother in front of me is a nobody. I guess me can just shoot him in the head. Him life no mean nothing. We are animals anyway. You know the white man did us a favor. He did us a favor when he enslaved us, you know. That is what you're going to say when you think you're African, because when you look at the Africans' lifestyle, you know what I mean? Them lifestyle terrible and disgusting, brethren, but that are not we. Not even in a slavery we behave like the white, the African. Not even when we are under oppression, we behave like them and them free. Them free. Them have a big continent over there for themselves. Sell us in a slavery. Yeah, man. Clap them. Them sell we in a slavery, and then the white man come and take everything from them. You know what I mean? Them team up with the white man and the white man betray them. And now them don't have no control of them own resource source. Now they are, you know that they are being exploited. They want to say, yo, yeah man, we and Uno are the same. We weren't the same when you sold us into slavery. We weren't the same then. Now that you need something. Now that you need reggae music and dancehall. Now we are the same. But you don't have advocates over here in the Rastafari community. You understand? That is the reason why, you know what I mean? Uno claim say we are Uno the same thing. All right. All right, so some people that say, yo, Uno black, Africans black. We are all Africans then. Because that is the continent of all the black people. Black people only came from that continent and that continent alone. I have news for you, brethren. The original Arabs are black. You see, the Arabs, them over, you know what I mean, Saudi Arabia and Iran, that is not real Arabs. The real Arabs are black. Dark, black, black, black. And they are not Africans. And guess what? The real Israelites are black. The Japhetites are black. Majority of the earth is still black people today, are dark-skinned people. And back in the past, it was predominantly white skin or white color, like Chinese color and white people color was a minority in the past. Majority of the earth was plain dark-skinned people. And guess what? All these dark-skinned people did not think that they were the same people. And our people can't realize it, but I make it simple for you. I make it simple for our people. See, we can't imagine that, wait, we and the Africans, them are not the same. Brethren, and another thing, this is where our people trip over to. Then if the Africans, them, and we black, how comes them, they must sell them own people to. I can't be Israelites over here, so some Africans must over here so too. It is easy to tell the distinction between the Israelites and the Africans. You understand? This is very easy. Language. So a man now accidentally selling own people. Language, how you dress, culture, where you live is a big giveaway. Let me give you an example. If you go to a supermarket and you look for Grace bully beef, you tell me say you can't tell the distinction between Eve, Kendall, and Grace bully beef. All you have to do is look on the package, even do a bully beef in the tin, and the tin them shape the same way. Don't be ignorant and think, say, boy, they must sell them own people too. They were only selling Israelites. You understand? And Moses was an Israelite who grew up under Pharaoh, who is an Egyptian. Let me read that. Exodus 2:9. We read 9 to 14. Then, and Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wage. Pharaoh's daughter was a black woman, dark-skinned woman. And Moses was a black man. See? But they were two different people. See? And the woman took the child and nursed it, talking about Moses' sister, which was a Hebrew, Miriam. See? And this is Pharaoh's daughter. Let me go now backdrop for who might not remember this story. So the Egyptians, them were killing all the boy baby them. Why were they killing the boy baby? They were killing the boy baby them because the boy baby them is the strength of every nation. You understand? You get your soldiers from the male. You get the protection from the male. You understand? You get the rate of multiplication from the male. The more male you have, the more the chance of more children coming about, because one male can breed 10 women at the same time. Hence the reason why, you know what I mean, a man can have more than one woman, and a woman should never have more than one man. See? And the main reason, the Most High says so. You understand? So this is the reason why the Egyptians were killing off the male babies. See? So don't make nobody belittle you as a black man here in this society as if you have no value. You understand? And our sisters, don't belittle another black man. Don't belittle your black brothers. Don't belittle your husband. Him is the only protection you have. Stop compete with them with the man them. You can't compete with the man them. We have to defend you. Submit yourself to your husband. Stop trying to be a man. Make a man be a man. A woman should be a woman. Be a feminine. Stop being a man. Stop going like you are the man and you run things. That don't make no sense. You understand? Let me continue reading. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. So Moses grew in a Pharaoh house. Black Egyptians, him grew with, which means Moses was what? Dark skin. You understand? See? Let me continue reading. And she said, because I drew him out of the water. So his name was, you know what I mean, Masha. You understand? Yeah, man. Let me continue reading. Masha is the Hebrew. See? Verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burden, and he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren. And that is what we in the I.S.U.P.K and the command in general, YAHANNA, see happening right now. We see an Egyptian smiting our brethren, taking our reggae music and saying that, you know what I mean, this is theirs because drum come from Africa, one bag of thing. As if every civilization never have drum. See? Smiting our brothers, taking the money out of our pockets. See? Let me continue reading. But just a give you, you know what I mean, just a give a comparison, you know. See? Verse 12. And he looked this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in a sand. And we are not telling you to go there and kill any African. What we are saying is, what we do in the I.S.U.P.K, defending our people, you understand, from these filthy Africans, is just. It is good, and you should do the same. Defend your people here in Jamaica, and stop trying to be Africans. If you love the Africans, you can't love Israelites, because Africans don't love Israelites. If you love the white man, you can't love black people, because white people don't love black people. And you might say, well, you have good white people. Well, guess what? I don't know about that, you know. But one thing I know, I check the track history of the nation of that people. And their track record is blood, destruction, and death and mayhem to my people. So I will not trust not one of them. You know what I will do? I will build up my people. You understand? I will defend my people. And I'm not saying to do violence against any race of people. I'm saying love your people and stop giving your love to other people. You understand? You have artists and pro-African people here in Jamaica who would rather go over Africa and build a school. Rather go over Africa and build a school, you know, and do nothing for the children of Israel here in Jamaica. You know why them do it? Tell you something. It's not so much that them even love the Africans that much. Them love Africa, you know, but them want to show the heathens that them can do something. They want to show say them righteous. It's not that they love the Africans that much, you know. If they really had love in them and care, they would have built a school here in Jamaica amongst the people them that they live amongst. But they want to show you that there are some philanthropists that will Africa is in need. When every youth in the garrison in need. You understand? They would rather go over Africa and build studio and teach these heathens our culture. You know what I mean? Instead of build something tangible here for your ghetto youth, grow up and come inherit. You understand? But we in the I.S.U.P.K and the command in general, YAHANNA, we know better. You understand? We know better. We now go travel thousands of miles and give nothing to no damn Africa. We rather build up our people down here so. And command in general, YAHANNA, have a track record of building up the children of Israel. We don't give a damn about no Africa. If you want, you know what I mean, go and love the Africans them to your own detriment. Enough people flee and go over Africa and get killed by Africans and all them investment, you know what I mean, get taken away. Because all Africans see when they see you is how them can come up off of you. See? You know what I mean? And the people in Sashamani can relate. They get no love from the Ethiopians. No love. They have to be going over there and teaching the Ethiopians proper hygiene. Because the Africans are not a clean people in a rude boy. It's you love cleanliness. It's you. Because the Most High tell we that from a long time and that embedded in us. We love to wash and clean ourselves. Muta Baruka walk up and down barefoot like an African. So should we all now walk up and down barefoot like an African? Well, the children of Israel did not walk up and down barefoot. As a matter of fact, our women were so delicate that their sole of them foot never used to even touch the ground. That's in the Bible. The Hebrew records, which is the Bible. Not no white man book. Black people write it. See? Our sisters, the same one them where you see, you know what I mean, they on the road up trees and go on bad. Once upon a time, the sole of them foot never even touch the ground. Them foot clean like them hand miggle. Yeah. Daughters of Zion, them man, princess, and that we are trying to get back them too. We are trying to put them back to that kind of spirit. You understand? The Rastafari community write them off. The Christian church write them off. We don't write off our sister them. We don't write off the children of Israel. We are going to chastise them though. We are going to correct them. We are going to make them know, say, stop being a whore. You understand? We are going to make our brothers know, say, stop sleeping with whores. So we can be the real, you know what I mean, children of Israel. You know what I mean? Prince of the power, sons of God, royalty again. Some users said, Israel is Africa. Israel is not Africa, brother. Israel is not Africa. See, get that out of your brain. Division, wasn't it division when the African them sell us to the white man in slavery? Did not they divide us from our people? Eh? Oh, you're just forward. You're just forward. And that's why I said that, you know, I read some article with proof. And we have more sources to prove that, you know what I mean, Africans sold us into slavery. The white man could have never invaded Africa and do, you know what I mean, and take millions of people out of Africa without the help of Africans. Not think, we know who the Africans sold into slavery. It is your Rastafarian leaders who made you fall in love with Africa. Africans sold Hebrew Israelites into slavery, brother. You know what I mean? You need to watch your class, them, you know. You need to subscribe to every I.S.U.P.K channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and every social media. See? Yashar Allah in the Hebrew mean Prince of the Power. That is what Israel mean. We are not Africans. You understand? Let me continue reading this. See? And he looked this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. Again, we are not telling you to go there and kill any Africans. See? But the spirit that Moses was in, which is the vibe that he was in to defend his brother, is a good vibe. And that is what is in the I.S.U.P.K and the command in general, YAHANNA. The spirit to defend the children of Israel, which is the Holy Spirit That is the Holy Spirit. You understand? Not the Shantalam and the Kaba where you see in the Christian church. That is not the Holy Spirit. That is some mad people. The Holy Spirit is the holy vibe to defend your people. Is the Most High Spirit. And the Most High only love Israel. It's time for you to love your own people. See? And continue reading. Verse 13. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together. And he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? And that is what we come out and say to our people. Why we not kill each other? You understand? So we defend you and then we carry you. Zane, let me continue reading. And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us? Intendest thou to kill me as thou killest the Egyptian? And this is the backlash that we come up against when it comes to our people. While defending our people and correcting our people, you know what I mean? They would rather defend Africans and say, who made you judge over us? You divide and rule, brother. You divide and rule when it was the Africans them who divided our families. Saying, who made you a judge over us? Brother, no one person wrote the Bible. You understand? It was prophets and scribes of the nation of Israel who wrote different books in the Bible. You understand? And these books were written based off of the word of the Most High that had a covenant with our people. See? The Bible is not a book. It is a library of books or records, Hebrew records. You understand? And the Christian church have it and made it into a religion because the oppressor created Christianity using our records. All right, the Bible is like this. If you went into the House of Parliament, if you invaded Jamaica, say for example, the Chinese invade Jamaica, overthrow the government, you know what I mean? Go into the House of Parliament, gather our records, compile it in a book, that would be a Bible. Zane? Well, inspired by God, check the track record of the Bible. Everything where the Bible said, you has to come to pass, brother. You understand? Our slavery in the Bible and that come to pass. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt or slavery again with ships. Did not that come to pass? Did not we go into slavery by the means of slave ships? We never go into slavery by the means of slave ships. Everything where the Bible said come to pass, bro. So guess what I go on? I could man alone inspired and write that. And the Bible said that here. All right, so this brother, him said, oh, me know say the Bible inspired by God. I explained that to him already a while ago. His response is, nothing under the sun is new, brother. Brother, that very statement come from out of the Bible. You want me to pull it? So you see the problem? The Bible has such an impact on your everyday life and you don't even know it, brother. Just calm down, just settle down, charge it. See? Settle up. You know what I mean? Come a class, man, and I will show you what I go on, man. Brother, you just quoted the Bible and you don't even know. What you talk about? But listen for understand. Me a teach right as a rude boy. Me a teach a class. Me not listen to you. Me a teach a class now. What you mean? What you mean? Me for listen for understand. You for listen because you're upon my life. If you don't want to listen, get the hell off the life, brother. Go on somewhere else. And me a teach a class now. Me a the teacher. What the hell you talk about? All right, let me continue reading. See? And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us? And that is what this brother is doing. See? Who made you a prince and a judge over us? Let me continue reading. Intendest thou to kill me as thou killest the Egyptian? So this brother said, yo, what? You divide and rule, you separate from the Africans then. Same thing, same spirit. See? And Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known. But we no fear in the I.S.U.P.K. We have to wake up our people. Any means necessary. You know what I mean? And with that, I will end to the security announcements. If you have questions, you know what I mean? if you have questions, just leave it in the comment section. You understand? For brothers, you know what I mean? Unlike this user who don't even know that he's quoting out of the Bible because he don't really know the Bible. You see, him just talk bad about a book that he has never read. Him just hear people talk bad about the Bible. And you know what I mean? Just like, you know, people will hear things and repeat it. That is what he did. Unlike this, brother, if you don't want to come to class, you know what I mean? We will leave a number in the comments, or you can call and come to class and thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. 1 second. All right, so here's the number, you know what I mean? 2 numbers, you can call either one of them, see? For those who want to come to class, you know what I mean, I want to be a part of this, you know what I mean, this great movement, the I.S.U.P.K and the Commanding General YAHANNA, you understand? Yeah, man, we're the I.S.U.P.K, the home of the truth, you know what I mean? We are not number one, we are the only one. There's no other Hebrew Israelite organization. They did not get any permission to go out there and form any other group, you understand? There's the I.S.U.P.K and everything else is the Christian church. You understand? So you just have to pick one. See, and with that, we'll head to the security announcement. All right, so these are the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Means 10 in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. You understand? So tithes is a part of the law. You understand? But the problem is our people pay the Christian church tithes. The problem is, again, the Christian church teach you that the laws are done away with, but they still collect your tithes. The only person you should pay your tithes to is Commanding General YAHANNA. Go to ISUPK.com or ISUPK.org and pay your tithes or your donation there. All right? And we have a Zelly as well, which you can go to our videos. As a matter of fact, let me put it up. Then It's on the screen over YouTube and Facebook, so you can go check it out, I.S.U.P.K Jamaica. Pay your tithes there. You know what I mean? The Christian pastor teach you lies and I collect your money. You should be offended. You understand? Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation. All right, so the next upcoming Holy Convocation, we are currently in the Day of Atonement. So the next one is Feast of Tabernacle, which is the 15th day of the 7th month for 8 days. You understand? Which is Sunday the 9th to Monday the 17th of October. So we know that the oppressor of Christmas and Halloween are forward. Then you should not partake in those holidays. Those are idolatries. Idolatry. One is idolatry and one is celebrating the destruction of our brothers. We know that Thanksgiving is the celebration of the slaughter of the Native Americans, which is your brothers. You understand? Why would you celebrate a holiday? You understand? That is embedded in the blood of your brothers. That is not righteous. Zane? And Christmas is the worship of Nimrod. You understand? That is idolatry. So the Christian church bring in all these idolatry, you know what I mean? And you sin by partaking in it. But the Most High gave you holy days. You understand? The oppressor give you holiday because he's trying to steal from the Most High and plagiarize the Most High. But these are the days, and this is one of the days. See, the Feast of Tabernacle, and that is Sunday the 9th to Monday the 17th of October, and all of Israel should celebrate this. Every single descendant of slave here in Jamaica, who are the tribe of Benjamin from the lost tribes of the nation of Israel, you are commanded to celebrate these holidays. This is what the Most High tell you to celebrate, not Christmas. You celebrate Christmas, you have not a jolly new year because guess what, go on, you have to pay for worshiping idols. Your Christian church don't teach you them thing there. That is idolatry, and we suffer because we commit idolatry. You understand? When we break the Most High laws, we get punished. You understand? See? So you can find the Feast of Tabernacle in Leviticus 23, 34 to 44. You understand? Yeah, man. Right, so you can find it in Leviticus. See? Right. Reminding Akiam and Aquatium to check on social media, such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. You know what I mean? And call the number. See, let me post the number again. Call this number if you want to be a trooper in the I.S.U.P.K, if you want to be a part of these ranks. You know what I mean? No weakling can't come in at this. You know what I mean? Warriors. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Call a number then. See? All right. And with that, we're going to say the Lord's Prayer. See? All right, so Sar, which means to turn. So Sar is Hebrew for turn. Wapanya Akwadam mean and face the east. See? So when you pray, you turn and face the east. You understand? We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and then in English. Abanawa, Shabbat Shamayam, Kwadash, Ayah, Shamkat, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Maharataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamayam, Nafalanawa, Nakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kawabwatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawabwatianawa, Walaa, Tabaya Anawa, Wanasayawan, Abal, Awashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwat, Wa'ala, Wataparat, La'aiwalamiam, Aman. In English, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever so be it. Amen. All right, this is the prayer for the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us like prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathens that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that has done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. All right, this is the prayer for the poor. In the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Babakosha, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Larpa, Kal, Makal Slakia, Kalma, Kalmakala, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Lataar, Amatazorayam, Hakak, La Aquayam, Amathiam, Hakak, Irakawa, Atamaala, Agarashan, Basham Ya Awashai, Tawad Aman, in English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name of Yahweh. Thank you, so be it. All right, this is the prayer for the blessings in Hebrew. Yahweh, Basham Yahweh, Barak Lanawa, Wayasharala, Wa'a, Bayatsapariam, Barak, Rapa'a, Magan, Pagan, Commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the young men and the sisters, Basham Yahweh, Tawad Aman. In the English, what we said was, Lord, in the name of Jesus, which is Yahweh, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved one. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you, so be it. Sarah, which means to turn. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K, Shabbat, I.S.U.P.K, Barak, Yahweh Basham Yahweh Barakatham. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K, Shabbat, I.S.U.P.K, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alatham Basham Yahweh. Yadimata, class dismissed. Remember, subscribe to the YouTube, follow the Facebook page. If you have questions, leave it in the comments. You understand? Share on all social media platforms. If you have a WhatsApp account, you can create a WhatsApp group. See? Add all your contacts in that group. You understand? And share our classes and our videos in that group. You understand? Yeah, man. You can join Facebook groups as well and share our classes in Facebook groups. You understand? And with that, we have a close out on TikTok, but we have to play some music on YouTube and Facebook. See? And then we close out. And with that, shalom.
I got you. Let it rap real quick. Look. The city eyes, it's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, when tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls to you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. We colder than the avalanche, way above average. Fierce taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley. flip bones, this where hope found. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans to a mall quad. Telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Poke a stop, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them mother niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen prophets under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember, I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.